Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters, wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. On such a night, we remember Ali al-Akbar alayhi salam. But what words do we describe Ali al-Akbar with? When Imam Hussein alayhi salam says about his son that he resembles Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi in speech, in manners, in looks, yet his name is Ali, yet it is also a remembrance of Imam Ali alayhi salam. So on the day of Ashura, when the enemies saw Ali al-Akbar, they didn't know who it was. They thought it was either Prophet Muhammad, those who have lived since the Prophet Muhammad who lived until towards the day of Ashura, or those who have met Imam Ali alayhi salam, they thought it was Imam Ali alayhi salam. But why is the point? Why is there someone like that on that battlefield? It is for the enemies and for us to remember that if we know of a person who has such manners, if we know of a person that has such characteristics, won't we want to know who the source is? And if the source is Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wa alihi, then why don't we take a lesson from that to become just like how that person has those characteristics? Why not us ourselves have those characteristics? And in the name of Ali al-Akbar, Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. O pen, open your ink and make nothing of seas, for the likeness of Muhammad steps to the field. O pen, write and make nothing of seas, for the likeness of Muhammad steps to the field. Ali, the eldest, the great sacrifice. Ali, Hussein's soul and his mother's paradise. Ali, that was Muhammad in every manner. Ali, that was Ali in every battle. Ali and 1,000 times Ali. Ali that made Karbala his Khaybar. O pen, write that Ali made Karbala his Khaybar and make nothing of seas, for the likeness of Muhammad steps to the battlefield. Born of greats, he himself great, Akbar, taken from God's name the great, and just like Ali with 3 letters tipped the weight of Karbala, and like Ali defeated every so-called great. Do you think that enemies will conceal Hussein's fate? When Ali steps to the field, it is their fate that is set, for none other can come near to retaliate. He's a lion, son of a lion, son of Ali the great. And what do you expect from the sons of Hussein? And what do you expect from the sons of Hussein when each is named Ali? Expect nothing less. Unlike Ibrahim who had his son spared, Hussein gave 2 sons down to the each eyelash. And when Akbar came first to offer his life, he lashed at the enemies without a second thought. So expect nothing less. Expect nothing less than 1,000 broken gates. Ali was David, and even David of him was in awe. The enemies had not known who they saw. Is that Ali arisen or Hussein's prism? And with a voice of a mountain he echoes, I am Ali, son of heroes, and all became silent. A scene of black and white. Still watching in awe, I am Ali, son of heroes, as before them appears a night, turning this scene to color from black and white. But it happened in a blink of an eye. Ali took down the enemy's Goliath, but his thirst unbearable made his mouth dry. Maybe if he goes back, water will be there for his triumph. But O Ali, bid your mother farewell. There is no water for you now. Your grandfather, he will give you water from a holy well. Go, it is your time to leave now. But how do I describe a scene in which breaks the heart? How do I describe a scene in which breaks the heart? Hussein has memorized his heart and scent, but now with sadness is blind. He runs to catch him, but loses all might. To the camp he can't be carried. To the camp he can't be carried, for how can a father carry his broken heart? Hussein had memorized his heart and scent, but to the camp he cannot be carried. This was his first sacrifice, and the next he'd carried to martyrdom, but in the end Hussein is left with no sons, a child but 6 months old, new and innocent to this world. When he loses his ability to cry because of his thirst, what is a mother to do? What is a mother to do when she can't help her son, a child but 6 months old, new and innocent to this world? The desert has no mercy, even to a baby. As Asghar senses something flowing down smoothly, it is not water, but to a child, how can you explain? It is his blood that flows, yet through all this the baby smiles. To a child, how can you explain? A child that is innocent to this world. Like the people of Salih and Ibrahim, Hussein's nation had failed him. When the likeness of Muhammad fell and the slain is the infant, how cold and heartless can man be when there is no mercy on the innocent? For one man they shed the blood of his companions, and upon his family had no mercy, leaving mothers motherless and Hussein sonless. How cold and heartless can man be? But what will they say on the day of judgment, when Muhammad and Ali stand as their enemies, and when the child asks, why was it killed? Was it not enough to set their hearts free? Why was it killed? We'll ask Muhammad and Ali, and as Asghar's innocence broke the scale and Ali that tipped Karbala's weight, a history is witness Hussein gave 2 Ismails. When each is named Ali, expect nothing less but greatness, and the weight of everything becomes worthless. They were both Muhammad in every manner, and they were both Ali in every battle, and they were both Ali, and they were both the epitome of greatness. So expect nothing less from the sons of Hussein. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.